DonInLondon, hello. December the 3rd, my video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. My addictive substance, alcohol, my behaviour could be equally addictive around people, places and things. Collecting, trying to be perfect, never so, trying to be what I thought you wanted me to be, and never quite sure of who I was. So very complicated. In other words, not really understanding life too well, under the influence of alcohol. And for me, alcohol was a reward. It was something to take the edge off, something to enjoy sadness as much as happiness, or joyfulness. And I didn't know how to function without it in the end. So I became a 24/7 drinker. So my video is all about recovery. I've been sober one day at a time for a little while now. I don't know what a little while is in the universe, but in human terms it's been quite a while. And I've had a lot of help to get sober, and that's from family, community, medical people, professional people. But what keeps me sober on a daily basis is fellowship, and being a loner, being right and never being wrong, or at least I thought I knew everything to do with human doings. I didn't really know me very well, and the fellowship helped me understand how to live one day at a time. And that fellowship is AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. I make no apologies. AA did save my life on a daily basis for quite a while, and still continues to do so, because I don't want to go back into the madness of drinking. So fellowship is all about my emotional and spiritual well-being. And I was at a meeting last night of the fellowship, and it was all about sharing a message of experience, strength and hope, which is all important for me, to be able to share experience, strength and hope of how to live one day at a time. And it's simply quite easy without a drink inside me. And at that meeting, the where to find meetings in London was mentioned, and this is the current one, well, nearly current, it's April 2010, and in here are hundreds of meetings each week, and the person doing the chair had been around a long time, doing the principal share at the meeting. Had a copy of the early version of that, and it was about 3 pages long. So over the decades of people trying to get sober in London, from only a few meetings back in the 1970s, to 2010, it's probably 100-fold in terms of meetings that are available on a daily basis. So what is AA, and how did it help me? Well, here's the little card I refer to for the AA preamble to every meeting, the starting point. We always share it because it settles us down into the moment of now. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution. It does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And that's a tall order if we try to do it on our own. I don't know that people really succeed in getting back to their emotional and spiritual balance on a daily basis on their own. We all need wisdom from others. And as I was listening to other people in the room last night, it occurred to me that more often than not, my feelings on a daily basis match the experience I'm having. So my feelings are in tandem with the experience I'm having, which means that I'm in the moment. And emotional and spiritual, my feelings and reality, spiritual connection to now, conscious contact with now. So if my feelings are matching the experience I'm having, I'm not piling a lot of other old feelings on top to make me feel more angry or less angry, more joyful or less joyful. It's experience the moment as it is, emotionally. And that's a great gift, because it means we're in the moment. So I also share from this book here, Daily Reflections, and it's my mum's birthday tomorrow. She'll be in her 80th year. December the 3rd though, don't get ahead of myself. In all our affairs, it says, we try to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. One of the things about the 12-step program, December in this book is all about the 12th step, and this is all about practicing these principles. What it means is, I no longer feel shameful or guilty about becoming an alcoholic, or always being one. It doesn't matter what I am back then, other than I was absolutely in the thrall of alcohol. And there's no shame and guilt in actually admitting and accepting that I was human. Shame and guilt kept me drinking, forgiving myself, but knowing there are consequences because of the way I behaved. So I can't get away from my past in that respect. But the consequences these days are not living in shame and guilt, accepting that some people will want to know me and some people will not want to know me because of my attitudes and behaviour back then. I'm learning how to live one day at a time. And he goes on to say, I find that carrying the message of recovery to other alcoholics is easy because it helps me stay sober, and it provides me with a sense of well-being about my own recovery. The hard part is practicing these principles in all my affairs. This is the 12 steps. It is important that I share the benefits I receive from AA, especially at home. Doesn't my family deserve the same patience, tolerance and understanding I so readily give to the alcoholic? And that also applies to anybody I might encounter on the street or wherever I happen to be. When reviewing my day, I try to ask, did I have a chance to be a friend today and miss it? Did I have a chance to rise above a nasty situation and avoid it? Did I have a chance to say I'm sorry and refuse to? Just as I ask God, or in good conscience, depending on your belief system, for help with my alcoholism each day, I ask for help in extending my recovery to include all situations and all people. So we can't make exceptions to, well, I'm going to practice these principles in the rooms of AA in meetings, but I'm not going to give the same amount of principle, if you like, or practice these principles elsewhere, in family, community, society, work, social situations. We will always encounter vexatious people, as Max Urban called them. Vexatious people are just part of life and society, because they too have their issues. And for me, in recovery, the most important thing is to share the message. And this thing about my emotions matching my experience, so that they are complementary on the same level. If I pile in my history of bad feelings in a bad situation, I can make it worse. If I pile in principles which say tolerance, love, acceptance of life on life's terms, the way it is now, what can I do to improve the situation? And sometimes improving the situation is just leaving it where it is and not joining in with the fracas or whatever else is going on. Or to say, hang on a minute, what is going on? Why is it disturbing me? And what can I do about it? Well, what can we do? And if I know what my feelings are, my mood, if I get angry and resentful, I'm in trouble. If I stay calm, patient, listening, tolerant, I have a chance of improving the outlook. I can't control it, can't control other people, tried that before, but I can make the best choices with a free, open mind. So I'm moving out of the old behaviour always into new behaviour. Time up. And at the end of the video I always share the serenity prayer to God of good conscience. As you come to understand, it's your understanding of something which works for you, and if it's simply good conscience, all well and good, or if it's God, that's your belief. So to God of good conscience, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference is for me always just for today.